Good morning. Let's do sports now on the AM show. My name is Haruna Mubarak. Now, Ghana's best World Cup run came in 2010 when the Black Stars were just one kick away from reaching the semi-finals. But midfielder Mohammed Kudus believes this current squad can go even further. Kudus, who scored twice in his World Cup debut in 2022, says qualification for the 2026 edition must be achieved at all costs.
You represent your country is like a one-time thing, you know. That's the one with the biggest emotion and feeling for me, you know. Means a lot wearing that jersey, you know, with a lot of pride, you know. Obviously, AFCON is also one major tournament that the country love and wants to participate in. Not qualifying was a big disappointment, but I think the full focus now is on the World Cup qualifiers. You know, we have to qualify that at all costs, and I think we are on the right path now. So, yeah, just keep going. 2010, we went all the way to quarterfinals.
Suarez is sent off.
And I believe this squad can even do more than that, you know. But first we have to qualify, and then we can focus on the tournament itself. The belief in myself has always been there growing up from Nima, you know. The external stuff, like scoring, performing well, how people talk and stuff, it helps. But internally, the belief for myself will always be there, irrespective of whatever happens. It's easy to always focus on the bigger goal of wanting to win the Champions League, World Cup, but focusing on today's training step by step gets you there. So just one day at a time, do whatever you want to feel in your belly, whatever you feel in your guts, follow that, and listen to the close people, the loved ones around you, because there's a lot of noise around football. So you have to take the perfect advice for the people who will be there regardless.
Well, Kudus is already in camp with the Black Stars in Morocco, and of course he's joined by Mohamed Salisu and Caleb Yerenchi, bringing the squad to 23 players. Now the team will move to Meknes later today to wrap up preparations for Wednesday's World Cup qualifier against the Central African Republic. The only player yet to arrive is FC Basel defender Jonas Ajeti, who is expected to arrive on Tuesday. Now Ghana currently top Group I with 19 points, needing just 4 to seal qualification for their 5th World Cup appearance.
Come on, don't get loose. Well done. Nice. Good play.
Away from the Black Stars, the Ghana Football Association has launched its Football for Girls program in the Takoradi metropolis. Now, the initiative, which involved 10 schools, forms part of the FA's women's football strategy. The campaign aims to promote girls' participation in football and bridge the gender gap at a grassroots level.
Finn Thompson, chairperson, Western Region Women's Football Committee. Well, I think the introduction for Football for Girls by the Ghana Football Association is very impactful, and we hope and pray kids of that juvenile age or the colt age would be encouraged to join. Also, parents should also enable their girls, allow them to play football.
I'm Emmanuel Agremensa, a teacher at Bidrado Methodist DHS and the zonal sports organizer for Takoradi Central. Today's exercise has been fruitful, and this is the first of its kind. Football for girls, I think that is the way to go, because most often we leave the girls behind, which is not helping. When you look at the women's premier and then Division 1, you see that we don't have the basis. So unless the girl is committed,
I'm Ankama Richard, the BU coordinator of ECMA, Efia Christianity Municipal. We've been here, the girls came, took them through aerobics, a few drills in kicking, playing and all those things. And we played a mini competition. Basically, this exercise has been very great. The participation by the teachers, the kids, even those who are not a part of the program came around to support their schools. This program is meant to expose the girls to the soccer so that from now going, they'll realize that it is not only the boys that soccer is meant for, and now the priority is on them. Even for those who didn't participate, for what we did for all of them and what they've seen, this will keep up their interest so that from now going, wherever soccer is played, they will also be part of it.
Let's talk about the Ghana Premier League now, because Dreams FC are one of the struggling sides with no victory after 4 matches. They picked up 1 point and currently sit in the relegation zone. But their head coach is Winfred Dormon, and he has vowed to turn their fortunes around.
We're as good as your next game. We have to keep the pieces from the fishing game, both on the positives and face or travel to Taba to face Bidema, which also promises to be a whole tough call. But we have done it before, so we are not scared at all. We are not better. We have to resort to making sure that we are responsible for the challenges that confront us and making sure that we find solutions to our challenges. This is not a problem. It is a challenge, and we'll find solutions to fix it. This is what I can assure. And our HSG would come out from these challenges.
Now, with the next game facing Mediama, what's the focus in training this regard to prepare for Mediama?
Well, we have to go back and review the game. We have to go back and do our recovery and corrections. We have to make sure that we keep the players mentally and physically ready. We have to also watch, their videos. I've also already started watching some of their videos and knowing which areas to attack. They are a good thing, but they also have some weaknesses that we can also exploit. We have to be steady. We have to be focused. We have to be serious about our job and making sure that we work to turn the fortunes of this club. This is what I can promise, that our fortunes will turn, our fortunes will change.
Coach, finally, what message would you like to share with the fans after these results?
Well, it's the first time we pick a point in the ongoing Premier League. 4 games with money only to pick McMahon. Not the best of results. Disappoint. And we are playing some interesting football. We can only get better in the next game. And I can assure them that they shouldn't lose hope in this.
Legendary Manchester United goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel has given his assessment on the club's new shortstopper Sene Lammens. The goalkeeper joined United for £18.2 million in the transfer window, replacing Andre Onana, who departed for Trabzonspor on loan in the same window. Now, the 23-year-old made his debut for Manchester United against Sunderland and kept the club's first clean sheet after 7 matches.
Over the last couple of years, and how many goals we've conceded from errors from goalkeepers. What was it, nine errors already this season? That's a lot. It's too much. I go back to when I played. My instruction was, and I think it was the same thing with Edwin and with David De Gea. We had to save the team 10 points a season, not give them away, and that's a kind of. That's what we've gotten used to in the last couple of years. Goalkeepers giving goals away and therefore we're losing points. So it was nice to see, first of all, a clean sheet and then a really good and solid goalkeeping performance. He didn't really have much to do for a long, long time in that game. He had the ball literally only by his feet, and he did quite well with his feet. But that you expect that from any young goalkeeper these days. That's how they're being brought up. So, there was some reminiscence of Edwin. He had a couple of long balls up with his right foot, a couple of long balls up with his left foot. And you think, whoa, that looks quite good. And then, of course, he had that first save down to his left post, which, expect him to save that. But, once he's done that, he's a goalkeeper now. He's saving balls. And from that, I think his confidence grew, and then he came for the crosses that he could come for. And you could see from the first cross he came from,
you can see Matthias de Ligt, his reaction to it was fantastic. And that's what defenders, they want that when they're under the cosh. They really want the goalkeeper to come out and get the ball and take some of that pressure off. It's not happened at Manchester United for a bit. So, of course, the defenders were delighted. And, I mean, it's far too early to talk about how good this guy is. He's only young. He's hardly ever played any competitive football, and most certainly not at the level of Manchester United.
And that's your sports on the AM show. My name is Haruna Mubarak.